Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to my Robinhood portfolio. Hope you guys had an awesome day investing today. A little bit difficult to say that. Quite a big market pullback today. All three major indices in the red. S&P 500 was down 0.60%, the Nasdaq was down 0.83%, and the Dow 30 was down almost 123 points, 0.61%. You can see my portfolio in the red as well, down $341.89, representing 0.69% during normal trading today, as well as $20.97, representing 0.04% in after hours trading. And you can see from the graph here, quite a volatile day, but essentially a negative day. At one point, almost 1.3% down. There was a little bit of some gain here at the end of trading today, right before market close, but again, down 0.69%, a very bad day for the market overall. And as I scroll through my portfolio, as I go down my different market sectors here, you can see it was a pretty wide-ranging pullback here. No market sector was spared. So yeah, hopefully you guys did a little bit better than I did with my portfolio today. Kind of switching gears here, I kind of want to talk about what new investors can jump into when first opening an account on Robinhood. I've been continuing to get inquiries about what a good stock pick or stock picks are good for new investors, especially new investors with limited income. And kind of going through some different ideas, I came across this particular ETF here, SPHD. This is a ETF I'm going to actually be jumping into. On my E-Trade account, I've actually bought quite a few shares of this particular ETF. This is a great ETF for new investors. As you guys know, an ETF is essentially a fund of different stocks that help you diversify by buying only one particular share of a stock, or ETF, excuse me. You can see this one here is a ProShares S&P 500 high dividend, low volatility ETF. So this ETF essentially has 50 or so stocks that you can see there are from a dividend yield weighted index comprising 50 of the least volatile stocks from a short list of the S&P 500 75 highest dividend yielding securities. So what that means is essentially you're buying 50 large cap, blue chip, high dividend yielding stocks from the S&P 500. And buying one ETF, you have essentially instant diversification. Yes, these are all high dividend yielding stocks, so with that regard, they are kind of correlated, but otherwise they are simply good companies from the S&P 500. What's great about this particular ETF for new investors, it's got a great dividend yield there, 3.712%, but it also has a monthly dividend. So a lot of the ETFs simply have quarterly dividends, but this one has a monthly dividend. So not only are you getting instant diversification in a number of large cap, blue chip, high dividend yielding stocks, but you also have a monthly dividend as well. So I think this would be a great stock for new investors. It's relatively cheap at $39.60. It's had some great progress over the last 5 years, and the important part is you have an awesome dividend yield there, 3.712%, which you really can't beat. Even if this stock does trend down a bit, you still have that great dividend yield as kind of a buffer there. And again, these are stocks that are essentially long-term performers. Any stock that is essentially named in a short list of the 75 highest dividend yielding securities from the S&P 500, you know these are from great companies. Stocks that have good dividend yields over the long haul all are from great companies. And any stock that has a high dividend yield are great companies as well. In context to dividends of 3 to 5%, if you're talking about 15 or plus percent stocks, a little bit too high dividend yield. But again, these are S&P 500 players, so you're kind of picking from quality companies. You're not picking from those high yield business development companies and or closed-end funds. You're essentially getting large cap, blue chip, high dividend yielding securities from the S&P 500. So I think this is a great stock overall for new investors. Like I said, it's relatively cheap. It has a monthly dividend, and it has an underlying composition of great companies. So definitely would jump into this. I'm going to be jumping into this. I've already bought a lot of this in my E-Trade account, so I'm going to continue buying this on Robinhood as well. So yeah, just kind of wanted to talk about this great ETF here, SPHD, great selection for new investors, and talk a little bit about how the market pulled back today. I did talk a little bit about my prior video as well on some inverse and leverage ETFs here, and you can see for the day. These were in the green as well. Pretty good trade, day trade, if you guys were able to jump into these. This one was up 2.32%. Again, these are all inverse and leverage ETFs, so they have pretty good returns when the market pulls back. 1.85%, 1.95%, and 5.75%. So very, very good play with these today. I'm going to average down a few of my other stocks as well. So as the market pulls back, I'm going to average down and try to maybe do a day trade, swing trade with some of those leveraged and or inverse ETFs. So yeah, just want to talk a little about the markets today, about SPHD, a great ETF for new investors, as well as some plays that can be made when the market pulls back with inverse and leveraged ETFs. So let me know what you guys are doing with your portfolios, how your portfolios performed today. Any suggestions, greatly appreciated as always. Kind of with that, I'll end the video. If you enjoy my videos, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Whole point is to learn, have a little bit of fun investing. And yeah, until next video, we'll see you then.